I'm Ryan,
I'm Julie.
and this is the Stories We Leave You.
Okay, welcome back. Let's talk about some friends.
Yeah, Brandon.
I was thinking friends in low places. Friends. Hard to make, hard to keep.
Whether that says something about us or not, I don't know.
I don't know. It always makes me wonder if I'm the common denominator. So I'm like, man, my friend group as a child
Literally something I talked about in therapy.
don't have any anymore. Friendships in like middle school and high school had a close knit group. Don't talk to them anymore. My friends from college, again, small, tight knit group. Don't talk to any of them anymore. Now as an adult, I have a few. We have a few. I don't know if I necessarily have any friends outside of us.
Like as a couple.
Well, yeah, like you started out being friends with Blair, but now it's become Blair and Brittany, you and me.
Yeah.
Kind of how I've made my friends all my life, actually, through people.
All right, well, let's back it up and break it down. Childhood.
That was me
friends.
breaking.
Oh my goodness.
Back
Yeah,
on.
I think we got that. Thank you. What were your friendships like growing up?
What were your friendships like growing up?
Oh, okay. I usually only had a few close friends at a time. One or two, like,
How did you make friends though? Because like you lived in like a rural town. It's not like you had a street full of houses and kids and stuff.
no.
Like I lived in a subdivision where kids were like feral and running around everywhere.
I mean, I still went to school. Like, it's not like I was homeschooled on the farm. I went to school.
Yeah.
Yes, my graduating class was only like 130, 140 people. I was around a lot of the same people my entire childhood. Pretty much, I remember elementary. It was, you make a best friend in your class, and then the next year you're in a different class and you're not with your friends. So you're not making a new friend. It just kind of went on like that. I would say I had like one friend who was my best friend from elementary all the way through until we got to college. And then I had some that kind of shifted around throughout, but she was my one. My one and only. No, I don't know.
I mean, I had a best friend who lived next door, but I was like super little and it was convenient and we were two little kids that were in close proximity. And then Ricky's family moved up the street. And I remember the day that he did because my mom was like, I know them.
And Ricky is your cousin.
Yeah. I don't know if any of us were ever like in the same class. I don't think all of us went to the same school, like that lived on our street, but we had a really good mix of age ranges. So like my brother had a little bit older kids to play with, but there were some real assholes on our street. So there were some kids that like we did not play with because they were just like straight up dicks and like quote bad kids. And it was more of the younger, like my age and younger, that would get together and play. But then everybody split. And the majority, I feel like, went to the other middle school. I went to Central and they all went to West. I was like, all right, see you later. So I pretty much like had to make new friends going into middle school, which kind of sucked. That's when I met Ashley, but she went to a different elementary school and already had a group of friends. So I kind of just got absorbed into their
That's good though.
group
got absorbed.
slowly.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it took a while.
Yeah.
Just because I was like, I don't know, I had a lot of friends. I feel like I kind of had the nomad tendency. So I was like,
That doesn't surprise me.
yeah. So I was just like friendly with a bunch of people, and I had some good friends from like this group or that group or whatever.
That's
But-
how I tried to be. I think I was more like that in high school. I had my best friend
Mhm.
and our little group of friends that we hung out with, but I tried to be friendly with everybody. Like, I don't remember really like not getting along with people. So I kind of had people that I was cool with in other groups.
I mean, I always had someone cool to hang out with in all my classes, which was funny because looking back, I would say I was pretty good friends with some more popular people,
Mm-hmm.
but like the nicer popular people, but we wouldn't talk outside class. I was friendly with everybody, but Ashley moved away. She moved to Texas after 8th grade, I think. They moved. And I was like, oh my God, this is going to suck.
So how did
But-
you make friends in high school?
I mean, I was already pretty good friends with my friend circle that I had all throughout
So you
high
had
school.
friends who
Yeah.
went to the same high school.
Yeah, I had friends, and then that's when I got a quote best friend, I
Yeah.
guess. And then, but I mean, I've always been like less is better, quality over quantity.
Yeah.
That was one of the first times I was like, I can't imagine not talking to these people
Well,
forever and
and
being in each other's lives.
I think when you're young like that, you are doing everything together. My friends and I were always at each other's houses. We worked together. Like
Mhm.
our first jobs, we got together. We were,
You're going through the same
we
milestones,
did
first
the same
boyfriends, whatever.
sports and that kind of thing. So we
Mhm.
were always together. But yeah, when you're that age, I think it's, oh, we're going to be friends forever. I can't imagine not being in each other's lives.
And then, yeah, we all dispersed for college, and then I started over again. But, I mean, my living situation, my mom was like, I think it's going to be better if you live in like a suite with 6 of us, which works out. I wasn't too freaked out about it. And slowly but surely, I made a friend group.
So my best friend that I had since elementary school, we went to the same college. I don't know why we didn't live together, but for whatever reason, we did not room together. I ended up with someone else who had been my best friend a long time ago, and that didn't turn out well. Let's just say she had some of our high school guys over and they poured beer in my fish tank and killed my fish.
What
So,
dicks?
yeah. So, whatever. I'm over it. But
Sounds like something you should talk about in therapy.
probably. But I hung out with my best friend for the first couple of weeks, but we had an incident where
An incident?
this is the one where she had gone out with this guy and he hadn't called her or whatever. And
Oh,
I called and left him a message like, you need to call her, blah, blah, blah. And everyone was like, why'd you do that? That was so weird. And then I feel like after that, we stopped being friends. I don't know if it was a mutual decision or what it was, but we kind of went our separate ways. And I was still hooked on my high school boyfriend who I was broken up with. And at some point, we ended up getting back together. So it was a while before I really made more friends. When I kind of like went down into the classes for my major, which was teaching, I found some really good friends like Jessica and Rosalie.
so would you say that up until now, your friendships were more like slow burnouts versus like abrupt?
For the most part, the one with Rachel, my best friend, that kind of, like I said, I don't remember exactly how we stopped being friends, but it was that situation that kind of
Mhm.
we went our separate ways. And like we were still friendly, like we saw each other every once in a while and said hi, but so it wasn't like, oh, we hate each other. Rosalie ended up moving.
I feel like that was a slow burn, like you were kinda hanging on and
Yeah.
it's like, "Oh, yeah, but."
She was, I mean, she got me through some hard times in college. She was there when I was getting divorced and started dating you, but she also moved to Texas.
Oh, that's right.
She actually ended up having a baby, and I think at the time she had gotten back together with her ex, and now she's married to someone else. I don't know. I don't know. We faded.
Just
I don't have her phone number. I can't find her on Facebook because I know she's remarried, but I don't know her
Mhm.
name, her last name.
Well, if she's anything like me, like, I'm pretty much like a ghost on Facebook.
Yeah.
You can find me, but there's nothing you can see.
Yeah. So it's unfortunate. Like it just kind of like faded away. And I think she came into town once and we saw each other. And
I mean, that's kinda like where, as an adult, you have to realize, and this is what I wanna teach our kids, because like, my mom tried to tell me, like, "Yeah, I don't," I just thought it was so weird she didn't talk to any of her school friends and whatever, and
Mhm.
it seems like she reconnected more with people, like, as she got older and, like, after retirement, and, I wanna tell our kids, having friends is important just because nobody wants to just be alone, not be invited to things and whatever, but as an adult, people come into your life, I feel like, for reasons unknown until later. And then if they're meant to be in your life forever, they will be. And it's easier to say that now, but going through that, because I only had 2 abrupt friendship endings that I can recall, which one was not so tough. The other one is still tough to deal with. But I would say if I came in contact with anyone that I was friends with from the past, it wouldn't be like, "Whoa, I don't know how to be around you," like, whatever. It's like, "Hey, we're adults now, like, what's happening in your life?"
Well, and I think friendships and what friendship means changes over time. Obviously, yes, people move, you get married, you have kids, you're busy with life. But I think it's also kind of how you find out about the adults in your life as you get older. The people who you loved and you were like, "Oh, they're amazing," when you're little, and then you grow up and you're like, "Oh, they're actually, like, really racist," or, like, things like that. Those kinds of things tend to come out about your friends as you go along too. I'm
Yeah.
thinking of your 2 abrupt friendships ending because one was homophobic, one was transphobic, so
Yippee!
yeah. So,
Sorry, guys.
unfortunately,
Just trying to live over
sometimes
here.
yeah, unfortunately, sometimes you find out things about people or
Well,
their personality traits that maybe they didn't even know about come out, I guess.
I mean, my personality traits for myself, I was a super needy friend. Like when we first started dating,
Mhm.
how needy I was.
Indeed.
That is, I think, because why I was, I think, a great friend because I put forth all my effort into my friend groups and my friendships and whatever. I can't, like, my friends were my relationships growing up. I never, still really haven't dated ever since you. And I would put all my time and effort. And I couldn't necessarily, like, I don't know whether it was, oh, I didn't really wanna, like, be by myself, or it was, I didn't wanna be by myself for whatever reason. But then it was interesting because after we got together, I was able to dump all my energy into our relationship, which was probably a little overkill at first, but it was also romantic. It was the first romantic relationship I had ever been in, so it was like, okay. And so, yeah, did that cause some separation between me and friends? Yeah, of course, because 'cause I've been on the receiving end of that where
Well, and it was also kind of our situation
right,
because I was technically still married at the beginning and
yeah,
people weren't happy
but,
about that.
yeah, I was just super insecure. Now, I'm not. I mean, for knowing who I was and how important friendships were to me, and now having a full-blown family and not having the closeness with friends that I used to have, I'm shocked and also impressed with the fact that I'm not spiraling from that because it used to be so important. Granted, I have a family.
Yeah,
That's
now
my
it's
main,
family.
yeah, so, I mean, before it was like I had nothing. Like,
Yeah.
yes, I had a family, but
Well, and I feel like it's hard to make friends as an adult. Obviously, if you're working with people, hopefully you find someone to hang out with who you work with that you like enough for that.
mhm,
But yeah, you're changing jobs, people are leaving. It's just hard. And when you have a family, you don't have a lot of time necessarily for extra activities. And even our kids being in activities and going to their things, I feel like those things have changed so much that it's even if I did make a friend there, like I may never see them again because our kids
mm-mm.
end up going to different things. And so it's just hard.
I mean, I made a lot of friends working at Apple that I still talk to occasionally. So, again, early 20s, a lot of us were getting engaged, serious relationships, going through breakups, divorces. A lot of people got together at Apple, which still is just crazy. It's like, we sell iPhones and relationships here. That was a real fun place to work and make friends. But now is like
Well, I
in my
think
40s.
the true test was when we had kids.
Oh, yeah.
And we had the people who were like, "Oh, yeah, I'm gonna babysit, and I wanna be auntie this and whatever," and then, like, never heard from them again, like
No, I mean, people really do, "Oh, babies, awesome," and then it's like, "Okay, bye."
yeah.
And I get it, people are busy with their own lives, but now as an adult, there's only a handful of people who really stand out, who make an effort, both giving and receiving. But also being friends with a whole family behind you. I'm not just interested in, "Hey, let's just hang out, you and me." No, it's,
Yeah.
"Do you wanna come over and do this? Do you wanna come camping with our family?" Like, if you make an effort with my kids, that's also gonna show me more than tell me that you're my friend.
Yeah, if we're gonna be friends, you are going to be their auntie or uncle or whatever you wanna call it. I expect you to be someone important in their lives. You're gonna be hanging out with my kids. If you think my kids are annoying, you can fuck right off. because I don't have time for people like that in my life.
It honestly means more to me if you're making an effort with my kids, and
Yeah.
it doesn't have to be extravagant boat renting, go-kart renting, whatever, friends. It can be something super, super tiny.
I mean, saying, "Hey, what kind of snacks should I have on hand that the kids will like?"
Yeah,
That
or,
is a big deal to
"Hey, are
me.
you bringing your kids?" Don't make us feel like we have to always leave them at home because
Yeah,
you
like
just
they're a
wanna hang out
burden.
with us.
Yeah.
But then the opposite with our friends who have kids, it's like, "Okay, yeah, let's get together with all the children," but it's, again, making an effort to hang out with us without all of the kids is like the opposite. It's like,
Yeah.
"Oh, that okay, they really must like us," because it's not just, "Oh, let's have a play date with our children." It's, "No, we wanna spend time with you
Mhm.
by yourselves." But, yeah, I mean, my friends now include you and or the kids.
Yeah, same. My family's the priority, and yes, I'm their parent, but in some ways, we're besties.
I mean, it does get hard though, because like, you have your one friend you text all the time and you can vent to and whatever. That's the part that I miss because I can't always vent to you about
Me?
yeah, and I don't wanna do it I don't wanna vent to my mom. I need a outside and not a stranger, like a therapist, because I still need to find one, but it was nice just bitching to a friend that's just gonna, like, support you and not because sometimes I'll vent to you, and you've even admitted, sometimes I'm not on your side about stuff when I should just, like, even if you're faking it, and it's like, "Ah!" Like, stop trying to reason out this whole thing, like, let me just bitch, be an asshole, and whatever, and call it a day. That's probably the hardest part because a lot of things, even as simple as being a parent, can feel isolating because it's like, does everybody feel like this? My experience being a parent is totally different from your experience because, like, you birthed them and whatever.
Mhm. I think it's so easy as a parent, especially this basically stay-at-home parent. Even though I work, I am the parent who stays at home. It is so easy to get so wrapped up in everything at home, and, like, I even forget to, like, say things to you because I'm just so used to being the one in charge of everything at home, and
Mhm.
I do everything, and it is easy to forget that, like, "Hey, I need to talk to other people. Hey, other people do experience these things." And I am lucky that I found Blair. We were really good friends for a while. We used to go on walks because we were both doing 5Ks at the time. She was my best friend for a while, and then it was really hard being a new mom. I was comparing myself to other people. I had these really high expectations of myself and what motherhood was gonna look like. So I ended up kind of like
Taking a break.
yeah, I had to. I took a break from her for a little bit because I compared myself to her a lot.
Well, and she has a competitive personality when it comes to, like, the 5K. We were just talking about this with them,
Yeah.
and it's like, "Okay, is this gonna be, like, a 5K where we run together, or are you gonna be, like,
Right. So my first 5K
dust in the
we did
wind?"
together. Sorry, Blair, I'm calling you out right now. And yes, I thought in my mind, this is a communication issue. I thought in my mind we were going to do it together. And no, it started in
Blair was like,
her
"Bye."
yeah, Blair and Brittany took off without me. And so I was by myself doing my first 5K, and
Mhm.
which is really hard. Like, you struggle mentally. But again, I didn't tell her that. Communication is important even in friendship. So anyway, after that, it was kind of like I was a little butthurt about that. And then on top of that, she can be very strongly opinionated about things. And me being someone who takes things offensively that weren't even geared towards me, I was like, whoa, I need a break from this. I actually blocked a bunch of people on Facebook and stopped following people because I would see people on there and compare myself to them. So we didn't talk for a while. Like it
I
wasn't,
think it was more of a boundary thing
yeah,
for you because you were in a delicate new phase of life.
yes. And like it wasn't her fault at all. It was totally me pushing back and like I wouldn't say ghosted, but I definitely like backed way off and she'd invite us to things and I'm like, nah, sorry, we have something coming up. And like I would make excuses.
See, and that's the not to interrupt you, but that I think her making that effort and continually inviting you to things and pushing to hang out. Cause like,
Yeah.
I remember thinking, I'm like, man, like you guys must have had a connection that's like worth keeping for her, because if I kept inviting someone to something and they like were like, no, I'd be like, fine, fuck it.
Yeah,
I'm
I
not
probably
gonna,
would.
I'm giving it like, screw that bitch,
Yeah.
whatever. But like, I remember thinking, I was like, okay, like there's a reason, looking back now, there's a reason for that. And it was a little extra effort because you couldn't give that 50-50. It was like, okay, I'm dropping down to like 5%. She compensated for the rest of that
Mhm.
for however long it took.
Yeah. I mean, we took a couple of
And
several years where we didn't really talk much or
yeah,
hang out, and somehow she worked her way back in, and
well, you figured your shit out. You
yeah,
got over your
luckily. Yeah.
insecurities,
Yeah.
and she was meant to be in your life
Yeah.
for whatever reason. I mean, I don't want to say it because it sounds juvenile, but now that we're in our 40s, it's like, it would be weird if we weren't friends with them. Like the friends we have now, it would be weird. Shout out to Parkers, both of them.
Not just Parker,
Not
but
just Parker,
Mel.
Mel.
Mel, we love Mel. She's great.
It would be weird to not be friends.
So because these are stories that we're telling for our children, what are some things that you would tell our kids about friendships?
I've already told them this, more so Liv and Gray, that I'd say more Liv than Gray, because Liv's more of a solitary type of
Mm.
person, but I think it's just her anxiety and being afraid to meet new people. I tell them friends are important because we can't be your only outlet. Your siblings, your family can't be your only outlet. You need to have other outlets and go through things together with people who are going through the same stuff and whatnot. And Liv has expressed that she didn't have any friends or whatnot. And I was like, and I hate saying we'll just go make friends, because like if someone told me that, I'd be like, fuck right off. I'm not going to make a friend.
Yeah.
But I was like, you have interests. There will be people who show similar interests. And yes, it's awkward and scary at first, but when you find someone that shares even just the littlest bit of the same stuff that you do, whether it's art, sports, whatever, if it brings you joy and happiness, make an effort to try and build that relationship, because then you'll find more common ground. And I just, our kids don't hang out with kids like we used to.
Yeah.
But
Well, and she told me whenever I talked to her about it, she says, "Well, I don't like people." And I'm
mhm.
like, yeah, same,
Is that us being bad parents? Jokingly saying like people suck.
maybe." But I did tell her, "Yes, I don't like people either most of the time, but we still need people.
Mhm.
We still need community. So it's still important to put yourself out there and try to make friends." Which in therapy, we've talked about the same thing you were just saying, like the clubs, find the
Mhm.
things that are meaningful to you, and you're going to find people that have similar interests to you.
Well, that's why I think it's good that she does the theater camps. She
Yeah.
keeps trying out. She's doing her voice lessons. She's There's no way she's not gonna like
Yeah.
meet someone.
And like Grayson's made a lot of his friends through like playing soccer at school and things like that.
Ben has no problem looking.
No, he makes friends everywhere he goes. We as adults need to take that advice. And I try. I try really hard.
tired.
I'm in a Facebook. I am in a
dick.
Facebook group for liberal moms.
See, you're all about like the group stuff,
Well,
even if it's online.
well, for one, being in a liberal group feels safe to me
Mhm.
because I know that they're going to be like-minded.
Yeah.
So that's already like part of the vetting's done.
Mhm.
But they will plan things like, "Hey, let's have a night where we all go out to dinner." But even that, I'm like, "Yeah, maybe I'll go. Maybe I'll go." And then I like back out and I'm like, "Oh, I
Do you
can't go.
know
It's too scary."
I'm in that locker room group on Facebook for the whole spectrum of trans mask
Mhm.
people. One reason I have never been to one of their bi-monthly meetings is because it's all the way downtown. And like you've told me, you're like, it sounds like you're already part of this community of trans masculine people who you're gonna have something in common with, obviously. But then it's like, okay, I don't want to just do it because I'm trans and like I know you need a community and I don't know, I'm just kind of like indifferent because they're just people. Obviously, we have similarities, but it's like I don't know, it gives me
I just want
anxiety.
people that you can talk to about things that come up for you that are trans related that I don't necessarily understand.
Yeah. I mean, I get a lot of that stuff from Instagram
I
reels
just
from
scroll on
strangers.
Instagram. Oh.
I mean, in a way, like sometimes, yeah, it's helpful, but also, yeah, I don't know any other trans guys.
Yeah, it's hard to take that advice even as an adult because, yeah, one, either you have to drive too far or it's just
That's a
scary.
big one. Like, yeah, I mean, I'd really like to go, but also I have a family.
Well, and also, I don't like small talk,
Mhm.
so that's hard for me.
It would be weird though, weird in a good way, like walking into a room full of trans guys and immediately being outed, but then immediately
Being included?
being included. Yeah, yeah. It's like, oh shit, everyone's here because they align with this on the spectrum of gender identity. So it's like you don't have to look around and like wonder.
Okay, let's get back to
Friendships.
things that we would tell our kids about friendship.
Friends are important, but also it takes effort, just like any other
Mhm.
relationship. I don't think friendships need to just be labeled as the societal, this is how you should be in a friendship with someone.
Yeah.
It's a give and take.
I very much, for a while, had this idea of what kind of friendship I wanted to be in, and it's like, you see in movies and shows sometimes where it's like, they're such best friends that they literally
Mhm.
are like aunts and uncles to their friends' kids, or they vacation together, or they do all these things together.
That's the
And, like
exception.
we had friends who I really thought we were pregnant together. I thought our kids were going to grow up knowing each other. And then we just drifted apart. And I don't know what caused it. We didn't get invited to a birthday party. And that is when things just kind of like, wah,
I think
wah.
proximity in that
I think
case
proximity was part of it.
really
But we are also the kind of friends that are like, we
we
don't
will.
care if it's a 3-hour drive. You invite us, we're coming.
Mhm.
But unfortunately, I had to kind of let go of that idea that I had of like, this is what it's going to look like, this is what it's
Same.
going to be, and move on. And I've had to learn to be a little more flexible and realize that, okay, we can't just go based on movies and things like that.
I
We have
mean,
to be, it's real life.
I am a glutton for punishment, so I used to hold on to friendships far too long,
Hmm.
and I will tell kids about our kids about any relationship, whether it's family, friends, lovers, whatever. If it does not bring you joy and happiness consistently, you have to be okay putting up your own boundaries for your own mental health and let it go. There's always let it go and if it comes back, it's meant to be, whatever. But people always tend to say that about relationships where you're, romantically involved and stuff. And I did not know how to let go. I was like, "Oh,
Hmm.
maybe there's a little string of hope." But when I remember hanging out with people after college and we were together and I would come home and I'd be like, "That was just kind of a waste of time." I didn't get enjoyment out of that like I used to,
Yeah.
and it was consistent, and if you're not willing to put forth the effort and the energy, like if you're like, "No, I'm not ready to give this up," and you're gonna go balls to the wall 100%, just be prepared that it might not be reciprocated, and that's when you need to let either others help guide you that way or just focus on something else or your other relationships that you have.
Well, and I think too, on kind of the flip side of what we were saying, is that yes, relationships, even friendships take work, but you also need to watch and see if the other person is
Mhm,
reciprocating that. Because if you are constantly the one that's calling them or texting them or inviting them to do things and
mhm,
you're never getting the same things from them, or things like, yes, I would drop everything and drive 3 hours to go to your kid's birthday party, but that isn't something they would do for you,
mhm.
then sometimes you gotta learn to just let those things go and back away and see what happens.
Yeah, I think it's harder when you start pouring yourself more into a relationship and You're like, man, I invited this person and they didn't show up.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna hurt, but that's also part of growing. And
Yeah.
like, ugh.
I mean, if people aren't willing to put that effort in, like, it's not worth your energy. Like,
Mhm.
find the people who are willing to do that. I would also say, because I was someone who had a boyfriend all through high school, well, pretty much my entire life, I like from kindergarten, I would say make sure you continue to foster your friendships. Don't get so wrapped up in any other person, boyfriend or girlfriend, or they, them, whatever. Don't get so wrapped up in them that you start ignoring your friends, neglecting your friends, because chances are, especially when you're younger, those relationships are not going to last forever. And you don't want to lose your friends and then break up with that person and not have your friends there because you pushed them all away.
But also on the flip side of that, I was the person that got neglected, quote unquote. And it's important not to make your other friends who have these new interesting relationships, even if they're other friendships, not make them feel bad by not hanging out with you or spending time with you. I think the proper way to go about it is to continue to show them that you are there for them and that you love them. And it is totally okay to say, I miss you.
Yeah.
I want to spend time with you. I want to be a priority because if you're not like that's another thing I want to teach our kids. Use your fucking words.
Mm-hmm.
And as weird as it feels as a kid, I think it will help make your relationships as an adult that much better because you cannot be afraid to tell someone you love them, tell someone you miss them, tell someone, you know what, I need space from you right now. This friendship is not making me happy because, and a lot of that goes unsaid, and then it's like, I don't know why we're not friends anymore.
Like,
And
I
it's like
wish
just communicate. As
Yeah.
awkward as it is, you have to communicate.
I wish I would have communicated more with
Mm-hmm.
friends looking back. I wish recent friendships would have communicated with me if they didn't wanna spend time with me anymore, like, "Did I do something wrong?" Like, "Just
Uh-huh.
tell me."
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you might hurt my feelings at first, but I'm gonna get over it. I'm
Yeah.
not weak. But also with that, understand that your friends are allowed to have other friends. You are allowed to have other friends, unlike my friend Blair, who every time I mention another friend, she's like, "Wait, you have other friends besides me? How rude." But I think that
Which to me, if someone said that to me, it's like that would make me feel so good because I'm like, oh, you're being possessive and like
I mean,
needy and
yeah, a little
jealous
bit. And
because I used to be that person.
she obviously doesn't care if I have other friends, even if she does get a little jealous.
She did.
And I think that's okay. It's normal. She cares. It's normal to be jealous, but I think it's also good to have friends. Like, I saw this video the other day where she was talking about things that she tells her middle school daughter, and one of them was to have like pockets of friends. So like, oh, I have my friends who are in like
Mm-hmm.
choir with me. I have my friends who are in this with me. And so it's okay to have those other friends in different places, but that doesn't mean it takes away from your relationship with your bestie or whatever.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's cool to have that one or two like ride or dies. Like, who are you gonna call to help bury a body? And
I mean, if I needed to
who are
bury
you?
a body, I'm probably calling you, to be honest,
Yeah. No, I know.
because you're my bestie of all besties.
Uh, you're okay.
But I'm also the kind of person who watches shows and movies, and when someone dies and they try to hide it, I'm like, "Just turn yourself in, like, just don't do that." So,
Okay.
that's the kind of friend that I am. That's one of my values, just be honest,
I'm like,
okay?
I have kids. Don't get me involved. Like,
No, I think friends are hard as adults, but I think I've learned a lot about communication, values. I think as I've gotten older, I'm more secure in what my values are and the things I'm looking for in someone. Okay. Anyway, to wrap this up,
yep.
friendships are hard. Communicate. Be a good friend.
Be kind. Rewind.
You need people in your life.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, people suck, and I hate people, but also you have to love someone.
Cut. Okay, bye.
Not gut. Follow the show. Find us on Instagram at the stories we leave you. Also, thank you to our friends for being our friends because you guys are cool and we love you.
Yeah. What she said.
And also because they're part of our audience, listen to our show. Thank you to our audience because we just hit 750 downloads.
Yeehaw.
So thank you for listening. Until next episode.
Bye.
Bye.